This is 5 on your side at 10.
We begin with a live look tonight over downtown St. Louis. It is cool and foggy right now. That fog could get even worse in some parts of our area tonight. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Brent Solomon. Tonight it's the fog, then tomorrow rain. Our Weather First team is on top of the weekend forecast for you. Let's go over to meteorologist Jim Castillo with what we need to know right now. Jim.
Yeah, Brent, south and east of St. Louis, we're watching that fog get pretty thick. So the dense fog advisory that includes St. Louis City and County starts up at 11 a.m. and goes until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And anywhere south of St. Louis County and also east of St. Louis County, most of our Illinois counties. Notice north and west, not as much fog, but some fog is expected everywhere. And you can see the visibility right now is down to about a half a mile in Sparta, Illinois. Flora, I've seen it go down a little bit over the past couple of hours here. The fog does get thicker overnight, plus temperatures right now are below freezing around the Flora area and also Mount Vernon, so you might get slick spots on the bridges and overpasses. So coming up, we'll talk about the rain chances, which will increase by tomorrow evening, and how much may fall in just a few minutes. Brent?
All right, we'll stay tuned for that, Jim. Thanks. A message coming from St. Peter's is echoing around the world. Local Amazon staff joined their counterparts in 30 countries, demanding better conditions on this Black Friday. Sarah Maki was on the picket line to hear their message and how Amazon is responding.
Show me what democracy looks like.
On Black Friday, a streak of red outlining intentions to strike. These Amazon workers walked out of their shift at the St. Peter's Fulfillment Center, known as STL 8.
They make too much money to treat the employees the way they do.
Demanding higher wages and better working conditions at the 90,000 square foot facility.
Working here is blatantly grueling. We work minimum 10-hour days, moving a lot of weight, moving large amounts of work, and every week the expectations seem to get higher and higher, but the pay stays the same.
Justice! Or do we want it now?
Amazon estimates 3,000 people work here, many of them calling for a $10 an hour raise.
Shut it down!
Some protesters telling us that they're concerned about health and safety, telling us that on-the-job injuries are downplayed or written off as pre-existing medical conditions.
Corporate greed has got to go!
All these people down here doing the actual work, literally breaking their bodies, and you're going to hold all the money at the top? I don't think so.
Union proud!
Amazon seemingly downplaying that strike on Friday night, telling us despite a small protest initiated by outside activists, more than 95% of the employees at our facility in St. Peters, Missouri, continued to do what they do every day, deliver for our customers. Although this is just a fraction of the number of people who work inside of the STL 8 facility, one worker told us that they do have the support of about 700 to 800 of their coworkers who said they would vote to unionize if it came to that.
We're not children, we're not slaves, and we're not robots, so stop treating us like we are.
Workers said they would continue to picket as the next shifts reported for work early Saturday morning. In St. Peter's, Sarah Maki, 5 on your side.
This is the second time St. Peter's workers have picketed in 3 months. They also demonstrated in September calling for better pay. The daughter of a man on death row makes a plea to watch the execution that's scheduled for next week. Tonight, a federal judge has denied that request.
My name is Corey Ramey. I'm 19 years old. I am a new mom to my new boy, and I'm not going to read anymore.
Kevin Johnson called or killed Kirkwood police officer William McEntee 17 years ago. Johnson's daughter is 19, and in Missouri, the age to witness an execution is 21. Right now, the execution is scheduled for Tuesday, but on Monday, the Missouri Supreme Court will hear arguments on a stay of execution after claims of racism in that case. Developing news out of Wentzville tonight, environmental crews are cleaning up a fuel spill. It happened in a creek at Quail Ridge Park. The assistant fire chief tells us they found a mix of motor oil and diesel fuel in the creek yesterday. They don't know where it's coming from or how big it is. We're told this will not impact drinking water. Well, Black Friday seems to be coming with a higher price tag this year. Early today, some shoppers still lined up at their favorite stores, while others say inflation is getting the best of them. 5 on your side's Elise Shone caught up with some of those shopping today.
I know with the economic uncertainty, everyone's probably feeling it a little bit.
Abigail's Gift Boutique owner, Abby Fisher, is saying what many business owners and shoppers are feeling this holiday season.
And the cost of shipping, even a container, from overseas went like skyrocketed.
Fisher says inflation means even her own customers could be spending more.
Probably 20% more on some of the things. One of the things for us is in home decor and some of the gifts we sell, the price of tin went through the roof.
According to the National Retail Federation, 60% of shoppers say the current economy has impacted their holiday plans and spending. Some shoppers did show up to stores early this morning, like in years past.
We just want to be part of the fun, the shopping, and just whatever else is involved.
Get out with the rest of the nuts.
But others say because of the pandemic and inflation, they opted for early online Black Friday shopping or shopping small.
COVID really did a number on it. People weren't out. They had to shop online because they couldn't get out.
Joan Snyder did the majority of her in-person shopping at Abigail's on Black Friday. She says she'll usually only do shopping in big stores if it's something special her grandkids ask for.
I did both for my grandkids. If it was a big item that I compare prices.
Well, some Black Friday deals are still available. If you'd like to see a list, text Black Friday to 314-425-5355. And tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. Some local stores are offering deals, and it's a good way to support local. For a list of local shops, you can text the word SMALL to 314-425-5355. Well, today you may be munching on leftovers from Thanksgiving, but how long are they safe to eat? Brandon Lewis with our Verify team explains how they could make you sick if you're not careful.
Thanksgiving was a time to come together, give thanks, and eat way too much turkey. In fact, most people don't eat everything on the dinner table, with the National Resources Defense Council estimating 200 million pounds of turkey will end up in the trash. So it's no surprise a top trending question on Google is about leftovers. But let's verify. Are leftovers safe to eat all weekend? Our sources are the USDA, the Mayo Clinic, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and a postdoctoral associate of food safety at Virginia Tech, who explains the time to think about storing leftovers starts almost immediately after Thanksgiving dinner is served.
Right away would be ideal, but if possible within 2 hours, you want to refrigerate those leftovers, especially making sure to break down any larger pieces of meat.
Duong says it's okay to put food that's still hot in the refrigerator. If properly stored, the Mayo Clinic says leftovers will hold for 3 to 4 days. So it's true. Leftovers are safe to eat all weekend if properly stored. Anything longer, and the USDA warns dangerous levels of bacteria start to grow. The CDC says cases of food poisoning caused by Clostridium, which grows in cooked foods, peak around the holidays. Many outbreaks are tied back to turkey, roast beef, and other leftovers. So if you don't think you can eat the leftovers by Monday, consider portioning it out and freezing some right away.
A freezer is sort of like a win-win situation where you sort of are able to keep food at that peak freshness for a lot longer compared to a refrigerator.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
So what can we verify for you? Send us an email at verify@ksdk.com.
Tough driving conditions tonight with areas of dense fog and temperatures at or below that freezing mark. Then mild tomorrow, clouds on the increase, some rain, possible thunder. We'll time it out for you and how much coming up.
For loved ones of fallen service members, the holidays can bring grief. That's why Reefs Across America is raising money and awareness nationwide and locally. Wreaths are $15, and donors can designate where to lay the wreath or opt for a volunteer to place it anywhere at a military cemetery. Wild lights at the St. Louis Zoo back. The lights turned on a little after 5 o'clock this evening for the first time this season. We were there to see them. There are new light displays and themes this year. Now you have to buy your tickets online ahead of time. Wild Lights will run through December 30th. For a list of more light displays around the St. Louis area, text the word lights to 314-425-5355. Jim Castillo's in the Weather First Center right now, tracking some serious fog that is going to impact some of our areas tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's just southeast of St. Louis right now, and I'll show you the dense fog advisory. It does include St. Louis, but haven't seen it at the Missouri Botanical Garden. The Garden Glow all lit up tonight, 38 degrees though, and the fog, dense fog advisory begins at 11 p.m., so it'll likely form even around the city. 38 right now at Lambert. We're okay there at the moment, so good flying weather, at least for now. 76% on that relative humidity and a calm wind. Here's that dense fog advisory, 1/4 of a mile visibility or less. St. Louis southward, including all of Jefferson County, and then down to Reynolds County and eastward to places like Clay County, Illinois, and to Flora for our friends there. So tonight and over the next 12 hours here, we're going to see that fog forming, and some of that, again, 1/4 of a mile visibility or less through 8 a.m. And then we start to see a little bit of sunshine to start the day off tomorrow. And then we will see clouds increasing quickly, then rain moving in by late afternoon into the early evening. 53 for that high today, 38 for the overnight low. And tonight we go colder with that fog, 33 in St. Louis, but outside of the city in the upper 20s, so very chilly. And then we get mild tomorrow. There's low pressure out in West Texas will pump in some of that warmer air. So mid 50s, clouds increase, not in the morning, but into the afternoon. And then that rain, there it is, about 5 p.m. in our southern counties, almost to St. Louis, 6, 7 o'clock. Then look at the orange and reds popping up here. Could even hear some thunder, see a little bit of lightning. No severe weather's expected, but definitely some downpours. Here is 10 p.m. and we could see a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain, maybe a little bit more if you get some really heavy downpours. Then by Sunday morning, the low tracks onto this north and east, and we'll start to see a little bit of that rain kind of on the back side of that low moving through the area through probably the first part of Sunday, and it stays cloudy all day Sunday. All right, here's the rainfall potential. On average, a 1/2 inch to as much as 1 inch of rain, but we could see a couple spots with a little bit more than that. 10-day forecast, 56 tomorrow as the clouds move in, and then the rain, and then 50 for Sunday, showers for the first part of the day, then cloud cover. Sunny Monday, about 52. Tuesday, 63 out ahead of the next front. It is gusty Tuesday, a chance of evening rain, and then we're really chilly Wednesday at 40. By the weekend, some more rain and temperatures at about 50. We need the rain, so it's good to see it.
Yeah, we better get those umbrellas out too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim. Corey Miller now with 5 on your sideline.